The country we are talking about here is Uganda, and the leader that betrayed Gaddafi was no other than the Ugandan leader who propagated his betrayal. In 2016, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda wrote a letter criticizing the United States and the African Union for their intervention in Libya and the wide Middle East region. He also stated that the US and the European Union had no business dislodging Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein of Iraq. But why did Museveni betray Gaddafi? Before we get in deep into why, let us see how they even got close to each other, how they became friends, and what really happened that Museveni had to betray his own friend. Gaddafi's relationship with Uganda didn't just start when Museveni came to power. Gaddafi had been a longtime friend of Uganda. His relationship with this country he loved so much started as far back as the 1970s during Idi Amin's regime. He provided so much support for this nation, moral, economic, and military support to Amin's government during this period. Each time Idi Amin's government was faced with an attack, there would always be one person who would come to his rescue, sending troops and military support. It was no other person but Gaddafi. But all his support and friendship ended in him being betrayed, as you will soon find out what happened. Let us know if you are enjoying this video by hitting the like button and subscribing to the new tourist channel. After so many attacks and resistance against Idi Amin, he fled the country in 1979 for Libya, where he later on moved and settled in Saudi Arabia. After Amin was overthrown in 1980, Uganda decided to organize an election to choose its next leader. The result did not favor Museveni, so he would do what any other power-hungry person would do. He claimed the elections were rigged and that it was unfair. This dragged Uganda into a civil war between Museveni and the other opposition. Museveni and his army ran short of weapons and ammunition during this war. He would need help from somewhere. He just had to win this war. He was too power-hungry. So what did he do? He had to look for help. He approached no other but the US and the UK for arms help. His request was turned down because of his closeness with Muhammad Gaddafi. He then went to Gaddafi, the closest friend of his country. Gaddafi never hesitated. Gaddafi gave him all the help he needed, gave him military supplies, and he emerged victorious. Gaddafi gave his support on several occasions, including the Ugandan Civil War of 1986, which Museveni still emerged victorious. After the defeat of Paul Kawanga Samogarier, Libya trained Museveni's military. In fact, Museveni even named his secret intelligence agency after its Libyan counterparts. That's how much love and support Gaddafi showed.